Today I want to teach you something, how to change fractions to decimal. Some people are finding it very difficult to change a fraction to what? Decimal. And the simple method we majorly use for it is long division. For example, you know what, I'll tell you what is a decimal. A decimal is always a decimal is always a fraction when it's converted into what? With points. That's what we call decimal. Then a fraction is always a part of a whole. So that is it. So when you change a fraction to decimal, for example, if I say 1/2, I should change it to decimal. 1/2. If you want to change it to decimal, the first thing you should do is to do what we call long division. Majority of what we use, the one that is divided, this simply means 1 divided by 2. The one that is divided will be inside, the one that will divide will be outside. So the denominator should be outside, while the numerator will be what? Inside. You ask yourself, 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, it cannot. You write 0 and put point here and add 0 here. Remember, for the first one, if you cannot divide, add 0 and point, then add 0 to this. Then ask yourself, 2 divided by 10, it will give you what? 5. Then 5 times 2 will give you what? 10. Remember, we'll put minus sign here. So minus, it gives you 0, 0. As well as I got into 0, 0, that means what? That to change 1/2 simply means what? 0.5. Okay, let us go a little bit higher than that. So one would ask you to now do 5/7. Let's convert it to decimal. 5/7. Remember what I told you here? The numerator will always be what? Inside, while the denominator will always be what? Outside. So 7 divided by 5. 7 divided by 5. Can it go? No, you can't. You put 0 and point, then add 0 here. Are you getting me? That's how we do it. So 7 divided by 50. 7 divided by 50. It cannot divide it appropriately. But we look for what is the closest number that is near to 50 that 7 can what? Divide. 7 times 7 is what? 49. 7 times 7 is what? 49. So that means that 7 times 7, that means it gives us 49. That means we write here 7. Because this divide this, it can divide, it will give us what? 49. 7 times 7, 49. Are you getting it? Let's now know the remainder. 50 minus 49 will give us what? 1. Are you getting it? It cannot. We still have other things to divide. 7 divided 1, it cannot. Add 0. Don't put another point. So leave it that way. 7 divided by this, it will give. We'll get what? 1. 1. So 1 times 7 will give you what? 7. Minus. It will still give you what? 7 minus 10 will give us what? 3. 7 divided 3 cannot. Add another what? 0. Hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So 7 divided by 30. 7 divided by 30. Something, it may not divide 30 exactly, but we'll look at something that is closer to what? 30. 7 times 4 is actually what? 7 times 3 is 20, is 21. 7 times 4 will give us 28. Will give us 28. So 28 is going to give us what? 4. Closer. So 4 times 7 will give us what? 28. Go down. 30 minus 28 will give us what? 2. Hope you are getting what I'm doing. That's how we are continuing. Okay, from here we can actually say, okay, 7 divided by 2, it cannot. You add another what? 0. 7 divided by 20, it cannot, but there's something that should be close to it. We have 3 times 7 is 21, so it's higher. So 7 times 2 will give us 14. That is actually the one that is closer. We write 2 here. 2 times 7 is what? 14. Minus 14 minus 20 will give us what? 6. Are you getting it? So that's how you continue doing it. Maybe this is an irrational number. You continue doing it until you get to wherever you want to what? Stop. But actually, if you want to stop in 2 decimal places, we can write this that it becomes what? 0.7 Why did I leave this? Because this is not up to 5. So I have to stop at 0.7 So I can actually say that this 5/7 can also be equated to what? 0.7 It can also be equal to 0.7 There are other ways and other ways to actually deal with long division. But thanks for tuning in today. In the next lesson, I will teach you how to convert decimals to fractions. Thank you.